Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode here in the Minecraft myth-busting world. In today's episode we are investigating chorus fruit farming because I've built one of these farms on Hermitcraft, and in the process of building it I started to ask myself about the layout in which we had placed down all of our chorus flowers. Now the closer these are together, they are going to have less room to grow as they compete for space, right? As you can see down here, this one hasn't grown very tall and neither has that one, and the ones above it as well haven't grown that tall either, and that's because they've been competing for space and these are just spaced out one block apart from one another. So in theory, if we were to space them out further apart, then each of our chorus flowers would yield more chorus fruit. And that is what we're going to be testing in this episode. We're going to go through a bunch of different layouts and find out which ones are the most effective for growing chorus fruit. So we are going to do 7 tests with a sample size of 1024. That means 1024 endstone with 1024 flowers on top of it. They're all going to be grown at the same time, which I'll show you in the testing environment. And this is the first one where we have one block between each different chorus flower. Over here will be the second test where we have a 2-block gap between each one, and then the third will be a 3-block gap between each one, and we'll do this going all the way up to a 7-block gap. And that's what we're going to start our testing with. These are spaced out with 7 air blocks in between. There is 1024 of them in total, and you can see all of them are loaded, but nothing is growing, and that's because we're going to start the test right now. And this could possibly crash my computer. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of growth that's about to happen, so we're going to use the game rule, random tick speed. This is normally at 3. We're going to increase it by 100 times up to 300, and instantly many of these will start to grow, although it looks like only ones in the area closest to me, actually, or maybe it's just taking a while to update the chunks. I'm not 100% sure. Yep, it looks like chunk updates is the problem, so I should probably stand here in the middle. But yes, we'll give them some time for them to all fully grow, and then we'll use MCEdit to analyze how much has actually grown. So here it is, our world in MCEdit. I have selected a region around all of the chorus fruit that we have grown, and by pressing analyze it will give us the numbers for the amount of what's in there. So the very bottom one is the flower itself, where we got 4,000 of those, and the rest of the plant is above it with 27,500. So if we crunch the numbers and divide that by 1024, it means that the main part of the chorus plant, we got an average of 26.8 blocks for each one, and then the flowers we got an average of 3.9, and these are the two numbers that we're looking for, because as these get closer together, what we should see is those numbers get a little bit smaller. Our testing has now concluded, and I've compiled the numbers into a graph. Here it is. If it isn't clear, the red line at the bottom is always steadily increasing, and you can see that this thing sort of jumps up to around 3 apart, and then the difference is substantially less each time. I'm going to show you the raw numbers after we do some more tests, because as you can see in this chart, it hasn't plateaued yet. So let's do 8, 9 and 10 as well, and then see what the chart looks like. So let's take a look at our updated graph. You can see with 8, 9 and 10 it would appear that the growth has plateaued. That's the same for the plant and the flowers, and also here are the raw numbers. If you want to jot them down yourselves and have a look at them, you are more than welcome to. To make those numbers more useful and make more sense, I've turned them into percentages, and this is just like a rough estimation that we can go by. So for a spacing of 1, we have two different percents. The one on the left is for the amount of plant that you get. So let's say it's 36 of the potential total, and the other one is flowers. So you always generally get a little bit more flowers than you do plants in terms of overall percentage, and there you can see all of the different numbers. So it's up to you to make your own decision about your own farm. The thing that you've got to consider though is that the more spacing you have, yes, you will get more chorus plant and more chorus flowers, but the farm will also take up more space per end stone block that you plant it on as well. So hopefully that information is useful for you. And with those percentages, I think we can conclude it's been a useful episode. We didn't discover anything out of the ordinary. However, I did measure how tall all of the chorus fruit grew to, and in every single world they grew no taller than 20 blocks, with the exception of the first world, the one where they were spaced out 1 block apart, where one single plant managed to grow 22 blocks tall. I'll let you make your own decision on what that means. But yes, that's it from me this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like. As always, thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next episode. Ciao for now, and bye-bye.